Annapurnambathaitam Sri Amritanandanath Saraswati Sri Guru Padukam Pujyama Tarpayama Namah. Aim Hrim Trim Aim Klim Saum Ham Sivasoham Masprem Madakshamaroyum Madham Dvakshamarvim Sahom Swarupa Nirupana Hetave Guruve Sri Annapurnambathaitam Sri Amritanandanath Saraswati Sri Guru Padukam Pujyama Tarpayama Namah. Shuklam Bhadram Vishnum Darivarnam Dirbhajam Vasannavadanam Jaya Sarvigno Shanti Agajana Padmarkam Gajanana Mahannidam Manekadantam Bhaktanam Yekadanto Bhasme Gadanantma Ganapatingavamahe Kavinkavinham Upamatravattamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspada Anasvarmandu Divisdi Sadhanam Om Triman Mahaganadipate Namadhyayami Om Dream Ring Kling Laungam Ganapati Varvardharadaname Swaha Om Dream Ring Kling Laungam Ganapati Varvardharadaname Swaha Om Dream Ring Kling Laungam Ganapati Varvardharadaname Swaha Om Dream Ring Kling Laungam Ganapati Varvardharadaname Sarvajaname Swaha. So welcome back. So she has come out of the fire pit, which is in our body, Chidagni Kunda Sambhuta. When we burn all our desires, our preconceived notions, whatever balance, when we burn, then she comes out. That gives me a thought that she is in the desire. Actually, she is the one who created the desire. And it's a puzzle, Sudoku puzzle for us. So once we burn the desire, then desire is Maya. And her appearance is not like she was not there before. When you apply the logic that she is every time there, so she should be in the desire also. Right? She should be in the adharma, she should be in the dharma. So when we burn the desire, then we are winning the game and we are going to the other side of the coin and then experiencing her as a dharma. So now she is coming out. Yesterday we talked about Champaka Shoka Purnaga Saugandhika Lasakacha Guruvindamani Sreni Kanakotira Mandita. The crown we have described. Now, how is this crown? Actually, her face is like full moon. Why there are so many circular objects, right, including sun? Why they connect with moon? Any idea? And this moon and sun are constantly coming in our description. Why? Because the form of God is your perception of mind. Veda says it's beyond the form. So you're creating a form with your mind, and mind is controlled by moon. So her face is like a moon. So it reminds me, you are seeing my face because of your mind. That I need to understand. Minus mind, can anybody say what is it? You are seeing me because of your mind. That's why my face is like moon. Minus mind, if you remove the mind, then what happens? I am you. I won't be there in front of you. Your mind is the separating factor. It's separating me from you. Do you understand? And I am willfully doing because I want to worship. Inasmuch as Parabrahma wanted to see and experience himself and then started the creation, and putting his, embodiment in different forms and different species with different lifestyle, different structures, different thoughts, vast. And that enjoyment came with split second and actually, like in this webcast, what you are seeing is only a few seconds after I have spoken to you. Similarly, what I am seeing, what we are enjoying, is many, many years after he has experienced. This web is different from that web. So, I want to see myself, and I want to worship myself, I want to experience myself. That is the purpose in which I created a form. But unfortunately, when I created a form, I forgot my purpose. And I started to see that different from me. This is the glitch. Do you understand? This form is created to enjoy myself. Swapmanandara vibhuta, to appreciate myself. But that moolam has been forgotten conveniently by me thanks to that many books and other statements. And I'm into duality. That's fine. I'm enjoying my duality. Instead of doing nothing, let me enjoy the duality. So, her face is like a moon. And when she's putting the crown is covering half of her forehead, like this. And with that face, that forehead is like half moon. Why half moon? How is it compared? Ashtami Chandra. There are 15 phases of moon, right from full moon, after new moon, first day Padami, second day Vidya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, Ashtami. 8th. Navami, Dashami, Ekadashi, Dwadasi, Triyodasi, Chaturthi, Paurnami. 7 Tidhis here, 7 Tidhis here. 15 phases of moon, either waxing or waning. The central phase is Ashtami. Neither waxing and neither, it's a samam. See, they say, after new moon, Amavasya, one ray of light comes from sun to the moon. So he gets the rays and then brightens and brightens and brightens and brightens, he becomes full moon. After the full moon, he loses, and then completely black. Kshaya vruddhi vinirmukta kshetrapala samachita. Who is the kshetrapala? Atman. When I can appreciate him, neither waxing nor waning. And that is Ashtami. At that time, it's all, we cannot say whether it's a Sukla Bhaksha or Krishna Bhaksha if you see that. So, Ashtami is Sama. And this, the form of mother, every inch of that form, every item, every portion of the form reminds her, teaches us something. That's what we have told number of times. The Lalitha Sahasranamam itself is a study for us. Not just a prayer. It's a prayer. But if you go to the Tattva, now this one, like the crown reminds me of the victory. Who can wear a crown? Victory over the mind. And it reminds me of a responsibility to control. The same thing here. Sama, balance. The balance, if I keep my mind in balance, there won't be any balance of karma to the next birth. This balance can be used in both ways. When I'm balancing my mind, otherwise, right now, my mind is going to past. And I am worried about what I have lost. Kshaya. That time I was happy, now it's not there. That time I was having a big company, it's not there. Always losing, always pain. This is Kshaya. Then if I go to, I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it, this is past. If I go to future, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Vriddhi. So this oscillating mind, rolling stone gathers no mass. Like that. Neither it is here, nor it is here. It is not enjoying the Vartamana. I'll show you just think of this scene. This fellow, a businessman or RT guy, watching a movie. Normal scene, this one, with the remote in his hand. Mind somewhere, watching. At the same time, his own child, a 1-year child, playing with a small doll, completely involved in that and laughing occasionally. The difference is, this fellow is neither enjoying the show nor keeping quiet, always thinking about past and future. And that baby is right in the Vartamana. That's why my Guruji used to say, to stop the clock moving, all you have to do is hold the pendulum and put it in the center. Neither past nor future. If it goes only, the clock moves in the circular fashion of pain and pleasure. So she reminds Jiva of the balance in life. There are so many things in the balance, like the people are different. Different races, different religion, different genders, everything different. But still, her forehead reminds me that I need to strike a balance, that everyone has a soul, at soul level everything is. Atman is common. That's why Brahma Giridhanni Varnashrama Vidhayini. Even in the ant, the same Atman is there. So by that factor, I need to equal unity in diversity. That is India's great statement. Unity in diversity. We speak, I don't know now, 18 different languages, official languages. Still we maintain the unity. So this is unity in diversity. I need to see that sama in people. Not only people, in all the creatures. I need to show the same respect to all the forms. The form of God in my puja room, the form of family members in my living room, and the form of creatures on my wall. I'm talking about the lizard and the flies. And the form of animals in my backyard or front yard, dogs, or some sama. Every time you remind yourself, it's not just like, they say, Artami, Chandra, Vibraja, Dalika, Sobita. Once in a while at least. It's very difficult every time. Then you remember, you don't remember Lalitha, you'll remember dog and spiders. Always. That's also fine, but every time you read this, remember sama. And then there are many incidents in Bhagavad Gita, Vitaraga Bhayakrodo, they say. It says Sthita Prajna. Sthita Prajna is the best comparison with the Ashtami Chandra Vibraja Dalikaso. If you should not be overwhelmed by joy, or you should not feel too low, depressed with failure. Neither success nor failure should change your mood. Extremely difficult. As a human being, you are bound to react with mind. At that time, there are 365 lines in Lalitha Sahasranamam. And if you go to Vadanas Paramangalya Grahotorana Chillika, that is a part of Mahashodasi mantra. Srim, Ring, Klim, Aim, Sau. Those Bijakshas will come. So secret is Lalitha Sahasranamam. Every line is a mantra. Now, having come to that, this particular line and any line that is connected to moon in Lalitha Sahasranamam, I gave the homework to the Telugu batch, and I'm giving the homework to you also. Before starting of tomorrow's lecture, I want you to find out all the lines that are connected to my moon. Nobody is noting down. That means you don't want to do? Some people conveniently put their profile picture. I don't know whether they are listening or not. So that's fine. Note down all the lines which are connected to moon. They are the best mantras for peace of mind. All you have to do is this line, Aim Reem Reem Ashtami Chandra Vibrata Dalikastala Sobhitaye Nama Pahimam Rakshamam. Every time you're in confusion, you don't know this way to do it. Why I am moving? You know that you are doing a wrong thing, and not a good thing for you, and you don't know how to come out of it. Recite this mantra immediately. And I suggest you every day you recite only this line. And if you are too much disturbed, do a Samputi-karana. Most of you know what is Samputi-karana, right? If you attended module 1, you should be knowing. Stephen, you know what you Samputi-karana in Lalitha Sahasranamam? Putting this line before and after. Yes. Georgia, you know that, right? Putting this line before and after every line and reciting Lalitha Sahasranamam in a special way. Trust me, within 90 days, you see a lot of change in your peace. You somehow feel that there's so much change in our life. Kindly help me. This corona vaccine, so many people are doing research. That is different. Do a research on this. Kindly come out with a successful result. You will be successful. 90 days. You'll find the medicine for lack of peace of mind, which is a common disease forever for the human beings. This is seasonal. That is forever. You are the greatest spiritual scientist. Do the experiment now. Every day, you do this. Ashtami Chandra Vibrata Dalikasthala Sobhita Srimata Sri Maharajni Srimat Simhataneshwari Ashtami Chandra Vibrata Dalikasthala Sobhita Ashtami Chandra Vibrata Dalikasthala Sobhita Chidagni Kunda Sambhuta Devakara Samudda Ashtami Chandra Vibrata Dalikasthala Sobhita. Like that you continue till the last line. Ashtami Chandra Vibrata Dalikasthala Sobhita Sri Shiva Shiva Shakti Kurupini Lalitambika Ashtami Chandra Vibrata Dalikasthala Sobhita. If anybody wants a procedure, kindly send us a message. Then we will send how that pattern, how you need to recite. It's template. Is that clear? So, this line, why it is connected to moon? Always. She's having a crescent-shaped moon on her crown, right? Tatanka Yugali Bhuta Tapanodupa Mandala. Her ear studs. Again, Tapana Udupa. Udupa means again moon. Tapana means moon, sun. One is sun, one is moon. Again, it's going to moon. These three things are common in this Lalitha Sahasranamam or any stotra. What are that? Agni, Surya, Soma. These three energies are quite important in spiritual practice. One is Agni, fire. Then second is Surya, sun. Then other thing, moon. That's why Agni got 108 rays from mother. Surya got 116, I think. Then 136 is Chandra. I may be different. Agni, Surya, Soma. It's not the number, but they are those energies which we should do upasana. So in that context, this Ashtami Chandra Vibhita Dalika Strovita reminds me of the Samabhava. Samadhi is one word in Upasana. Ashtanga Yoga, last one is Samadhi. Right? What is Samadhi? When I put myself in the other person, everything, whatever I see, I put myself in the other person. This is astral travel. Astral travel means you don't need to close your mind and do the bhastrika and other things. That is different. Normal human being, you're not doing any upasana. All you have to do, it is possible for me to behave in the same manner in the given context, in that karmic background, it's possible. That's all you need to think. What happens is, I told you, Shaya Vriddhi Samanu Vimukta. That means you are not doing extra karma. This Samabhava protects you from doing more karma. Karma is compressed by having the balance of mind. Living in the present. That the presence of mind, they say. Presence of mind is balance of mind. And Shiva also opened the third eye and, burnt Manmatha. That's the story. Again, the third eye is again living in present. So in the beginning itself, we haven't even crossed the 12th or 13th line. I don't know what line I'm going through now. But the most important factor, he says, control your mind. And I'm there as a mother. Every part of my body you can meditate on. My crown will give you the strength to be victorious on your mind, fluctuation of mind. And my forehead will give you capacity to strike balance between spirituality and materialism. In fact, there is no. You are the one, everything is same. In olden days, if you look at the history of all the bhaktas, they never spent separate time in doing puja. Gora Kumbha, the potter who used to make pots. And what is the great upasana he has done? Gora Kumbha. While doing the pot, Vitala, Vitala, Panduranga, Vitala, she continuously, whatever Chokamela, cobbler, they didn't do any separate upasana. Even in poverty, they used to feed the saints, Sant Mahajan. They never complained, I don't have money. Have I got money? I would have donated. No, Kabir never complained. His wife never complained that you are wasting money on the donation to the saints. Cooperated. This kind of beautiful lifestyle itself is spirituality. So you don't need to separate spirituality from, that's why our Srividya Jnana Peetham's vision is blending spirituality in the normal life. Blending. And so I don't need to see the difference between the Murti in my puja room and the person in the living room. Both are having big tummies. At least strike that balance. Right? Somewhere you need to identify, right? And work on that balancing factor and go forward. Never show the difference between this and that. Never put a big wall between the prayer room and the rest of the house. This is balancing. Remove the barriers. Barriers between you and the God. Barriers between you and the society. So many things. So all these are removed. And I want you to investigate what are the other barriers you can remove. And send me a message. Where I can strike Sama. Georgia, you're listening? Wow. You have a yogic posture. I thought it's a profile picture. You're not moving at all. So I thought it's frozen. So that's stability. That is called stability, Sama. So that I need to strike. And that will ensure peace of mind. So, Ashtami Chandra Vibraja Dalikastala Sobita. Then comes Mukhachandra Kalankabha Mruganabi Visesha. The Chandra will not leave us. Just now we referred moon. Then again Chandra is coming. Mukha means face. Chandra, moon. So again this forehead is like half moon. Shankaracharya in his Soundarya said very nicely, Amma, you have a crescent shaped moon on your crown. That is a half moon. Your forehead is also another half moon. Both these together is again a full moon. You are never separated from full moon. Similarly, that moon portion is over. And now your face is full moon. And the brightness, the radiance from the face is millions and trillions of moonlight. Full moon. But Mukha Chandra, Kalanka. Kalanka means, in the normal literal term, a black spot. Suppose you are leading a very good life and you do a mistake, a glaring mistake in your lifestyle. The whole society will blame you. Wow, that should not be done. They forget the whole good life and only focus on the mistake. A bad spot, black spot. But here it is not used in that. How can you have a black spot in a pure form? Purnatva, there is no kalanka. That's why they added kalankabha, abha. Abha means radiance. How can a black spot have radiance? That means, it says, mukha, let me tell the literal meaning. Mukha, face, Chandra, moon, kalanka, black spot, abha, radiance, murga, deer. It's a deer is animal. And this particular deer is called Kasturi. Kasturi deer. It's a particular sect of deer. Mruga. Nabhi, navel. So there is a fragrance, musk, they say in English. Musk is the fragrance which is taken from the navel portion of the deer. So Mruganab Viseshaka means that famous fragrance which you collect. So she mixed that fragrance in the kumkum, the red one, and I see most of you are having tilak. Kindly respect today's pravachan. And from tomorrow I want to see everybody, male and female, with this dot on their forehead. If you don't have any dot, at least you have some lipstick or something like that in your house, just put it on your forehead. It should be, whatever available. Why? Because this is the rule. When a big wall is there, and a nicely painted wall, and you have only a small portion of the wall is not painted, your awareness goes only to that. Everything is good, but why did I leave this portion? Right? That means this kumkum, she is telling, you should also have to protect you from other person's energy. If it is not there, that person's looks can go anywhere. But if it is there, the first gaze that person will have is only on you, on your bindi. That's how you are protected. She doesn't need protection. She is the one who protects us. But in the name of this alankara, she is giving us a message. Come on, guys, have one bindi like me. Irrespective of whether you are female or male, having husband or not, married or not, you are from Brazil or USA or India, Sama, I told no. There is no difference between the races, religion, and nation. Cross the barriers. And tomorrow, see that profile picture Sai, somebody has put Shirdi Sai profile. He also has a bindi on his forehead. That itself shows you need to have, right? So, Mukhachandra Kalankabha Mriganabi Viseshaka. Number one is protection. And this musk, there are, yesterday I told you, there are 5 or 6 fragrances you need to apply. Do you remember all these things? Sandalwood oil, khas. Do you remember I told you, right? Yes or no? Mogra, jasmine, musk, champak. So, 6 fragrances. Why? I didn't tell yesterday. Now it is. So, any fragrance will attract divine forces. That's why in Indian marriages, in the old custom, nowadays they are stopped that, unfortunately. Have they followed all the customs which are set by our ancestors? Marriage system would not have been in this troublesome period, 100% sure. Mantras have been replaced by photo sessions. Yes or no? Mantras, rituals are replaced by photo sessions. Personal serving with love has been replaced by catering. We are losing. So in that tradition, before the muhurt, they come to every guest, they put the fragrance, scent, and apply sandalwood powder on the throat, paste, and put bindi. These 3 must. That rose water they put in a special silver vessel and they sprinkle on you. I did it for my sister's marriage. And this one, the sandalwood powder, and then the kumkum. What is the purpose? When you have this fragrance on you, the divine forces get attracted by the fragrance, only these fragrances. And you will have the divine energy. At that time when you take the akshata and bless that couple, it is as good as divine people blessing the couple. How much you are missing by not following this tradition for your children's marriage. At least now, remember this. When you are getting your children married, do that. Not giving a goodie bag at the end. And that lady has put this much big gift, let me put this much big gift. In the competition, I'm forgetting to give the great gift to my daughter, which is auspiciousness. So, this musk, Mruganabhi, finally, one more reason is there. Mruga has got, this deer has got 2 qualities. One is the greedy, the luring, the tempting character. Mruga is one of the animal. The hunter will make a musical instrument out of its own horn. And when he plays it, this deer is lured by that music and goes and get caught in his net. That is this jiva. But here they are mentioning Kasturi Mruga. Krishna also Kasturi Tilakam Lalata Balake. Krishna is also there is Kasturi. So this Kasturi Mruga has got a special quality that even though it is in the forest, slightest sound it can catch and move away from that place. That means the jiva should and will have an ability, if you focus on this line, to stop focusing on the external sound and listen the internal. That's why it's Nabhi, because the mantra should be recited from the navel level. Om Aim. See, my tummy is going, not Aim. Aim, Reem, Treem, Aim, Kleem, Sau. This movement of Nabhi kindles that energy, which gives me capacity to listen to the Anahata Shabda. One day, not immediately. So, Mukhachandra Kalankava Mugana Visheshika gives me two messages. I need to protect myself by putting this bindi. Two, I need to lessen my focus on external sound and spend more time, as much time as possible, and meditating on silence, so that one day I listen to this internal sound. So tomorrow we'll talk about Ashtami Chandra Mukhatanda Kalanga Vinavishka Vadanaspara Mangalya Gruhotorana Chillika. Tomorrow we are going to talk about eyebrows and what is the effect of the eyebrows on the jiva. Primatrinama.